Welcome to the hobby desk, where we're going to be working on Revell's USS Voyager model. Now, I won't lie, I've already started working on this thing, but this video is just going to catch us up on what I've been doing, and then we'll proceed forward from there. So the plan for the Voyager model is simple enough, as demonstrated by this piece of paper. Essentially, I'm going to cut out all the windows, add lights to the nacelles and the deflector dish, add in some navigational beacons, and then paint it up and put all the decals on. Now, as I said earlier, I've already gone ahead and done a lot of the donkey work. So you can see if I grab my light, I have already cut out windows across the saucer section, which I'll talk briefly about how you do that. And to get those windows in, I just followed the lighting, or rather the window painting pattern available on the instructions, and cut out the windows that they showed as being lit up on the saucer and main body. You can also see I've got several red dots around the hull, where I'm going to be placing the navigational lights on the nacelles as well. I've cut out the vents on the nacelle struts so that we can get those lit up in red. More markings. I've done all of the hull, engineering hull sections. And all that needs to happen now really is the LEDs need to arrive, do up the circuit and the mountings, and we'll be good to go. But I don't want to leave you with such a short video, so I'll talk briefly about how I do the windows. The window process is easy enough, regardless of whether you have a Dremel like I do or not. The first step is to just take a look at your model and decide which windows you want to cut out. I then use the red marker to mark them all out, which is why you can see around a number of the windows on the saucer they still have a bit of a red outline to them, which will just get painted over, won't be a problem. Then once you've marked your window, you have two options. If you have a Dremel like I do, then you just need a small drill bit. If you don't have a Dremel, then you're going to have to purchase yourself a small little Archimedes drill, which just works with push, nice and gentle. You can get all sorts of small drill bits for it and work by hand. The Archimedes drill is much harder because you can't then use the drill bit and go up and down a bit to carve out some of that material. With your Dremel the process is simple enough. You'll take the Dremel and either by hand or if you have the mount like I do, you'll just cut a hole at the top of the window, cut a hole at the bottom of the window, and then just very gently use the tip and get rid of the material between those two drill holes. In this case I'm using a 0.8mm drill bit. You could probably get away with using a slightly larger one, but the windows on the Voyager model are about a millimetre wide. Then, once you've done that basic drilling out, you take a scalpel and cut yourself. It's a relatively simple process of taking the scalpel, push it into the side of the plastic and up, and then scrape to the side. Do the same on the other side, and then you'll be left with a squarish window. Of course it's a little harder to demonstrate as I've already done all these windows, but it is very, very straightforward. Push it into the side of the plastic and down, pull the scalpel to the side to peel away the plastic, do the same on the other side, and you'll be left with a fairly rectangular hole. So I think you'll agree these are some of the earliest ones I did, so they're a little rougher. But the latest ones I did on the saucer section are far more rectangular. Unfortunately, that's going to do it for this short catch-up video. I just wanted to bring you up to speed with what's happening with the model before I get much further. It's going to be about a week before the LEDs arrive. I ordered them on eBay, coming all the way from Germany. Don't know why I said that with a French accent. But once the LEDs do arrive, I'll talk more about the plans, all of the electronic circuitry, mounting, strobe, patterning, that sort of jazz. But until then, I'm Raven, and that's all from the lair.